Hey guys, it's Shane and Mike with RCR again. We just wanted to give you a little video on why we started the company and a little bit about ourselves. First of all, I'm 26 from Indiana. I remember fishing as a kid, about 5 years old, catching my first catfish. There's the excitement that was on my face is out of this world. I remember it like it was yesterday. Line went out, set the hook, and I guess maybe my spin cast cap wasn't on well enough and it popped out of its seat. And I tried putting it back in, but it wouldn't go in, so I said forget it, threw the rod to the side, and I decided just to pull the line in. And ever since then, I've been hooked on catfishing. But don't get me wrong, I do love bass fishing, crappie fishing, bluegill fishing. I love all fishing in general. If I could do it every day, I would, but I can't. So that's just a little bit about myself, and I'll let Mikey tell you about himself.
Okay guys, I'm 30 years old. I'm also from Indiana, and obviously I enjoy catfishing, and it's my passion. I would do it every day, but unfortunately I can't. But one day I hope to be able to. I've been fishing since I've been a little kid. From my very first catfish, I was hooked. You know, a lot of people love bass fishing, love to catch bluegill, whatever. I do too. But a lot of the smaller fish for me, that's bait. But yeah, guys, I've always loved catfishing. A lot of people say fishing ain't a sport, but to me it is.
It ain't a sport, it's a passion.
It's a passion. So we was coming back from a fishing trip, and I looked over at my nephew, and I said, you know what, we need to start a business, a rod business for catfishing. And we spent, what, 30, 45 minutes?
It was about an hour trip home, so we spent that whole hour coming up with different names. I'll tell you what, we come up with some stupid names. It's very stupid. And then my dad and all of us looked at each other. My dad looked at us and said, I have the perfect name. We consider ourselves backwoods, homegrown boys. So we decided to name it Redneck Catfishing Rods. And we all looked at each other and we're like, that's it. And then that's when we came up with RCR for short. And that's just kind of stuck with us ever since, and that's kind of how we started the company. And you know, we went from rod designing to figuring out what rod would be best, and that's kind of how we came up with the rods we have now with that orange fluorescent tip. Because you know, at nighttime when you're fishing, God knows if you don't have a lantern, and there's people out there who fish with black lights. I mean, we do it.
Yeah,
we fish with black lights just to see our rods, because some of our rods actually glow. I mean, like, he's owned 90% of the rods in the company market right now, whether it be from Whisker Seeker to Penn. Who makes that Magnum rod?
That B&M.
Yeah, that they make the Magnum rods, and we've used Ugly Six, Shakespeare. I mean, you named it, we've used it. So that's just kind of how we decided, you know, we want a rod that's going to be out there to the people that says this is quality. You're going to feel the fight in the fish, whether it be from them little 2-pounders all the way up to them 50, 60, 70-pounders, whether it be the blue, the flathead, and even them little pesky turtles, because God knows you catch them all the time.
All the time.
All the time. So that's just kind of how we decided that we were going to put out a quality rod, that we didn't want to put out something that we wouldn't use. And trust us, we would choose this rod all day over the competitors' rods. And not only that, we feel like the competitor rods, they're just overpriced. Very overpriced. I mean, you're paying $89, $90 plus your shipping for a rod that can do the same thing as our rods do at a cheaper price. So, you know, we have our rods set at what, like $75?
$75.
$75 plus shipping. Plus, you know, your companies out there, they have their warranties on their rods. But ours, warranty on our rods, is we're going to back it up by life of the rod for manufacturer warranties. Whether that be your eye break or your rod snap while catching that big one, we're gonna back that up, and you send us pictures or whatever it is that happened to your rod, and we're gonna send you out a new one. Because God knows we want our stuff to be quality and at your grasp at all times. So no matter the time, day, shoot us an email, write us on Facebook and stuff like that, and we'll get you a rod out as soon as possible. Like, whether it be, you know, that next day, but we're going to get you a new rod so you can get back out there and start ripping some of them catfish out of them water, because that's what we like to do.
Absolutely. And, you know, also we are going to be coming out with other rods, mediums, heavies, surf rods. We want to have something that's for everybody. We know a lot of the bank fishermen that are fishing on the bigger rivers, they want a longer rod, maybe a little heavier rod. Some of the boat guys, they like that 7 foot to 7'6". I do a lot of bank fishing myself, but I prefer a 7'6" rod. The rivers that we live around are not very wide, so that suits me perfectly, but we know a lot of the guys on the bigger rivers are going to want something a little bit longer.
Especially the Ohio rivers, and like whether it be the Mississippi River, wherever you're fishing at. I mean, we're also going to be coming out with 10 footers,
Yep,
11 footers, and we've also been discussing, because we've noticed that this is a big sport, is carp fishing.
Right.
Big sport. Now, we're not so much into carp fishermen ourselves. We've tried it. Maybe it's just not for us, but we know there's a lot of carp fishermen out there, and they prefer them big, long rods. But that's okay. So we're gonna just suit to the carp fishermen as well. We're gonna be coming out with some rods for the carp fishermen as well as cat fishermen, and eventually we're gonna make. I'm not saying we're gonna be in discussion about it. We want to make rods for every occasion, whether it be bass fishing, bluegill, crappie, carp, catfish, muskie. We want to have more than just catfishing. We want to be a multiverse rod company to suit everything.
Right. And that's rods, that's hooks, that's bobbers, whatever you guys would like to see. That's that's what we're trying to bring to the market at an affordable price. That is top quality and not cheap. Nothing that's going to break on you, but also not going to break the bank. We want something that's affordable. Like I said, affordable, high quality, and just going to work. A lot of rods on the market, they're overpriced, and some of them that are on the cheaper side, you lose a lot of quality. We didn't want that. We wanted something that was top quality, and we feel that these rods that we are producing right now, they are top quality.
And when he says breaking the bank, I mean, we know what it's like when we're saying breaking the bank, because God knows we've spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on rods, just figuring out, what rod we like and versus what rods don't work for us. I mean, for a while there, he wanted solid piece rods, and I know there's some people out there who use them solid rods, and we will be bringing those too. We have solid, but we'll be bringing 2-piece rods along with a solid. But Lord knows he's used every rod in the market. Compared to me, I use whatever's readily available that doesn't break my bank. And that's when we say about quality and price. We want good quality at a fair price, because
Absolutely.
We don't want you to break your bank. We don't want you to be like, oh, well, I don't have the money to spend on that rod. But at the same time, we want the rod. So that's why we're at $75 on our cat rods. When we start rolling out the other rods, I'm not saying that they're not going to be, overly priced, because they're not. Like our bass rods, I'm going to, $40 a rod maybe.
Yeah,
depending on the rod, the length, and everything else.
Yeah.
And everything, but we don't want to break your bank. We don't want you to spend more than you have to. But like he said, and we can't stress enough, we want you to have something good quality, something that you're gonna love and feel comfortable. That if you buy a rod and you love it, tell your friends about it. Let them know, hey, look, this is a fair price rod for the quality and everything else. It's just one of those things that we're very passionate about, because we don't want you guys to feel like you're not getting something good. When if we wouldn't use it, then we wouldn't let you guys use it, and that's just how we feel. Like, we're going to show you breakdown in all of our videos of what baits we use, how we set our stuff up, what reels we use, what line we use, which I guess it really depends for us. Like, some days it's braid, some days it's mono.
Right.
It depends on the situation. We have a rod set up for every occasion, whether it be your rocky bottoms or your strong currents for your rods and line and your weight. We have a setup for every occasion, and we want to give you guys a breakdown in every video, take you on fishing trips with us, show you what we use, how we catch them, show you what knots we use. He uses
Absolutely.
I only use one knot. He uses like one knot religiously, and
I use 2 knots.
Oh, well, 2. I figured 1. But we just want to take you on videos and show you what we do and how we catch them, where we're fishing at. And if we don't catch them, then that's that. But at least we tried.
We went out, we had fun.
Yeah, and I think that's what fishing's about, fun.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun while fishing, what are you doing, I think fishing is like a big stress reliever. If you're having a bad day, there's nothing like coming home, just grabbing a rod and hitting the riverbank.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
There's nothing compared to it, and I feel like it's a big stress reliever. I mean, whether you want to grab a cold beer or not, I mean that's up to you. But there's just nothing to it. Like right now we're on I don't even know what you call this, a creek.
This is a little creek.
Yeah, a little creek, and we're just sitting here, and we decided that we were gonna make a video, and we're actually fishing right now, but obviously nothing's biting because none of us got up yet. So we decided to forget it. We're gonna tell you about ourselves and what our goals are with this company. And honest to God, our goals is to be one of the biggest companies out there, but to get there you got to start somewhere, and if we ain't putting in the effort to start, then what are we achieving? So we decided that we were going to take this to YouTube. We're eventually having Instagram. You know, we have Facebook and stuff like that. So I mean, if you guys want to follow us more and see our everyday life, just follow us on Facebook. Like our stuff, and if you want to follow us on here, that's cool too. You hit that little subscribe button, which I think is in the far right corner.
Right.
Little bell notification so you know when we upload. And I'm not saying we're going to upload all the time, because we probably will upload a couple times a week if possible.
2 to 3 times a week if we can.
Yeah, with work schedule. So in our next videos, you guys will be going on fishing trips with us. Like I said, showing you how we fish, what we fish for, what bait we use. And I'll be plumb honest with you, our bait is mostly cut bait.
It is cut bait, sometimes live.
Yeah, live, depending on the size of that sucker. If we're going to the high river, we're using a good old bluegill about yay tall. You get where I'm going with that. But we use the good stuff. Like, we're just going to take on our everyday lives. And I hope you guys take this journey with us from start to finish. And that's pretty much it. So, I mean, I thank you guys for watching and taking the time to watch this video. And like I said, if you like it, please consider subscribing and following us on Facebook. The link will be in the description. And yeah, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day, afternoon, night, wherever it be at you're watching this. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. Next video you'll see us fishing. We'll take you on a fishing trip with us.
I really appreciate it, guys.
Alright, thank you guys. Oh my
fucking my ass.